dark and stormy night on Capitol Hill, in a city that knows how to keep its secrets. It doesn't keep any secrets, but it knows how to keep its secrets. The spring fog rolled in as thick as a Ted Stevens highway appropriations bill. The only creatures stirring were a few members, some staff, and a few alcoholics, but I repeat myself. The lobbyists were schmoozing, the call girls were calling, and the lawyers were overbilling, but again, I repeat myself. I'm Bud Noir, member of Congress. At first, I didn't see her there in the shadows, but then by the streetlights last gleaming, I caught a glimpse of a pair of stems worthy of fine Baccarat crystal champagne flutes and just as dangerous. Nice gams, I thought. And tresses the color of autumn leaves, tresses that said big trouble. Hair as long as Tom DeLay's list of unemployed Democrats on K Street. Ooh. Hair that said big trouble, and that hair ran all the way down the Rock Creek of her back. She had on a trench coat that said high class. She was wearing a silk Hermes scarf that said, "I'm a silk Hermes scarf." She was accessorized like a Halliburton no-bid contract. And her large, luminous, sable eyes stood out like two big, round eyes. And her sultry voice bespoke years of single malt Scotch whiskey, good Cuban cigars, and bad choices in men.
I'm Maureen Dowd, New York Times.
You got a long name, Miss York Times. Mind if I call you Modo for short?
Sure, I'll call you Dick.
I didn't go in for those cutesy nicknames, but on her lips, Dick sounded pretty good. It sounded like the desk sergeant calling your name when your staff has come up with the bail money and the scoutmaster has dropped all the charges.
May I ask you a question, Congressman?
What would this sultry, sophisticated scribe want to ask me, Bud Noir? Sure, I said, upon completion of my internal dialogue.
Are men necessary?
Oh, I didn't see that one coming. That one she could have asked Mom and Dad a long time ago. But if Dick Cheney has taught us anything, it takes two to lie. One to tell the lie, one to believe the lie. So I punted. Modo, I said, it depends. And she left unsatisfied, but frankly, she appeared accustomed to leaving that way. And I retired to my N Street apartment to ponder how a nice gal like Modo could get this far in this city and not realize men are necessary. No, not for reproducing and not for refinancing like back in the 90s, but we serve another higher purpose, comic relief. And that's all the news from Washington, where all the positions are strong. All the puff pieces are good looking, and all the polling is above average. Good night.